Hi, hey, welcome back to my channel. So today we kind of have like a cozy vibe, but irregardless, we're here for the message. So let's see, I shuffled my cards and like cleaned them already, but I'm not sure what's gonna come out in this reading. So we're gonna find out together. Let me see. So we're gonna start with my very first tarot deck, Tattoo Tarot. So many memories. I first started this journey back in the end of 2018, beginning of 2019. And yeah, the tarot journey, but I started my spiritual journey in 2018. Yes, in June of 2018. But it's neither here or there. Maybe one day I'll make a video about it. We'll see. God, to my angels, to my spirit guides, to my ancestors. Oh, okay, so the first card we have is the King of Pentacles. I'm going to put it to the side. This may correlate with the messages, but I didn't ask anything yet, but we're gonna put that there. Okay. Thank you. They talking though. Okay. To God, to my angels, to my spirit guides, and to my ancestors. What messages do you have for the people watching this video? Please use me as a vessel to clearly express what needs to be expressed, God. Use me for good, and please let my viewers receive the good and the messages. God, please show me what do my viewers need to know. To my angels, to my spirit guides, to my ancestors, please could you show me what my viewers to give me to know. Oh, that's a lot of cards. All right. Okay. That's a whole lot of cards. A whole lot of. That's a lot of cards. That's a lot of cards. Hold on, wait a minute. Wait, hold on. They just spit them at me. Let me try that again. Hold on, wait a minute. Honestly, when I first started shuffling these cards, they were already like kind of just speaking to me. That happens sometimes with some cards, and I haven't used these in like a minute. So maybe it's just like the pent up energy and pent up messages. Okay, let's try this again. To my angels, to my spirit guides, to my ancestors, please clearly show me what do my viewers need to be aware of at the current time. Okay, that's better. Still a lot of cards, but I could deal with that. Okay. So this kind of came out with the jumbled, like with all those cards that just came out just now. So this clearly it's very important. We have the Six of Cups, but we'll get into that after I go through the rest of the cards. So we have that, and that. Okay. Okay. So remember this first card we had was the King of Pentacles, which I put to the side. After that though, this came out, the Nine of Cups, Ten of Cups. And in this deck there's two versions of the Ten of Cups. So you have the one with the rainbows and the family and the home. The Moon card, I don't know. Ace of Pentacles and the Lovers. Okay, so this definitely is something that you're emotionally attached to, clearly. Or that's what's coming across in the reading. Definitely if it resonates, it resonates. If not, don't force it. It's probably not your reading today. Okay. But something is hidden. Okay, I definitely need some more clarification because yeah, some type of emotional contentment or like emotional fulfillment. You're looking for something, could be a wish that you're making, could be something that you want and you feel as though will make you like the happiest you could ever be. Okay, God, please go to that Moon card. you're jumping. Princess of Swords. Obviously, I've had a moon card. Okay. Are you struggling with the idea of being, financially independent and successful on your own and remaining that way, or waiting in regards to what I'm about to say next? If that isn't it for you, for others of you, it could be, yeah, it's like you're juggling being almost like a bachelor or a bachelorette versus getting into like a committed relationship. From what I can see, this energy seems to be very stable financially. Like they seem to know how to bring in money, how to keep money, how to make money. Money doesn't seem to be a problem for them. But in regards to their emotions, however, there are some issues there. This person could definitely be, or you could be like a workaholic. There's no shame in your game. There's nothing wrong with that. As long as you're not like hurting yourself, or your mental health or anything isn't taking a plunge or anything like that. As long as you're not sacrificing yourself, there's nothing wrong with that. At least that's how I feel. Yeah, it's like you value your independence. You're making money out, like you're making a lot of money on your own, doing your own thing, but you have this choice that you're being asked to look at, being asked to make, in regards to fully being happy. Because it seems like right now you're content, but you could be happier. Yeah. Maybe subconsciously you could be thinking about that. Like, oh, I'm in this nice home, have this nice car, have this nice life, but I have no one to share it with. That might be something that you're saying to yourself, or others could be saying to you. Because the cards that we have here are the Princess of Swords, the Nine of Coins, the Two of Wands, the Nine of Cups, and the Ten of Coins. Meaning, and what I'm getting from that, and this is all clarifying the moon, so could be your subconscious. It's like you want more. You already checked off some of the boxes of like your life goals. You already been there, done that, completed it. Now you're looking at your love life and you're like, well, there's some boxes that I would like to check there. And it seems like you're trying to figure out how to go about it. It could have been like a sudden thought that hit you. Could have been a conversation you had with someone. It could have just been a sudden realization. Okay. But it looks like you're gonna work towards that though. You're gonna work out of that confusion and gain clarity in regards to that. So let's see, what else do I need to clarify? Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you to my angels. Thank you to my spirit guides. Thank you to my ancestors. God, just clarify the Ace of Pentacles. Why is the Ace of Pentacles here? God, please clarify the Ace of Pentacles. Why is the Ace of Pentacles here? God, please clarify the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so we have cards. The club is jumping, 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 jumping. Ladies, leave your man at home. Pockets in full grown. And it's 11:30 and the club is jumping, jumping. I haven't heard that song in a minute. I don't even know why I'm singing it. Could be significant, could not be. Oh, okay. So clarifying the Ace of Pentacles, we have the Strength card. So we have the Strength card. Bam. Y'all see that? Y'all see that, right? Y'all see that? And then we have this card. Then we have the Ace of Cups. And then we have the Eight of Wands. Okay. So fun fact about these cards here, there is a tarot deck and an oracle deck in regards to, like, I guess the people who make these cards. So these cards are called the Chakra Wisdom Tarot. Low-key forgot the name, haven't used them in a minute. I have a lot of cards, well, I consider them a lot. But they also have an oracle deck, in which I got first. And then they were like, oh, we have a tarot deck. And I was like, you know what? It would be really cool to have both. So now I have both. And they go together. But needless to say, I brought that up because with these cards, they all have colors around it, as you can see. This is orange. Oh, these two are orange, right? And then these two are red. So the red represents the sacral chakra. Where did I get that from? I wasn't even gonna say that. The red represents the root chakra. We're working through the kinks. So yeah, the red represents the root chakra. And then the orange represents the sacral chakra. I believe they consider that orange, right? It's not yellow. I don't want to be over here telling y'all false information. It's 11:30 and the club is jumping. These are yellow. Yeah, so. Okay. So this is. Oh yeah, those aren't yellow, those are orange. So yeah, sacral chakra. Just had to make sure. Ain't gonna clock that, babe. I'm just messing. But yeah, no, I like to make sure. So yeah, so anyway, these are talking about your sacral chakra. And your sacral chakra is like the start before your solar plexus. So for women, it deals with like your sexual energy, your reproductive energy. There's other things too. And then your root chakra is about, like, you know, your survival instincts, your fight or flight instincts, your primal needs, things like that. So what does all of that mean? There's a lot going on here. Why is the devil here? Four of Cups, Nine of Swords. Boom. I thought that. Okay, just wanted to make sure. So at the bottom, we have the Nine of Cups. Blessings, wish fulfillment, wishes coming true. Then we have the Four of Cups and the Nine of Swords, clarifying number 15, which I showed you. Dang, no, that's that guy. Don't allow doubt to steer you in the wrong direction, or a direction that will be detrimental to you. There could be someone who you may be considering for a love offer, and they could be someone who is a good choice. It wouldn't be someone who, you know, obviously you're like, you know, if I mess with them, it's going to be a lot of pain and heartbreak. No, steer clear from that. But if you see someone as a genuine person and someone who you genuinely have a connection with, and the only thing holding you back is fears that don't really have any basis behind it or any merit behind it, fears that just come to you because, well, things happen, especially when you're making a lot of money and you see how other people get done. You may be thinking, listen, I have all this money, I have so much to lose, I don't want to lose that to someone I decide to get with, and now everything I worked hard for is gone. No, but if you keep thinking like that, you may attract that. And of course, I would hope that you know to stay clear from that, but you don't want to keep running into that. So what this card is asking you to do, essentially, don't let those darker energies, don't let, you know, figures like stop you from obtaining more happiness, from running towards, or walking, or jogging towards some type of emotional fulfillment, towards love. Like, don't let the negative self-doubt and self-talk play you out of your spot. Don't do it. Don't do it. Because this is something that you're not only feeling, but you're thinking about a lot. You could be Yeah, it's just something that stays on your mind, whether it's the negative thoughts and the negative self-talk that you're giving yourself in regards to why having a relationship may not be a good idea. Again, if you see that person is not a good suitor for you, then by all means leave it alone. But if you see on the contrary that they are a good suitor for you, and it's only your own fears and self-doubt and negative talk that's stopping you from that, that's not your energy. That is another energy sent to you to deter you, because obviously, well, it's not obvious to everybody, but us as humans, you know, we're all going through a spiritual warfare, whether we're aware of it or not. And there's always going to be negative forces trying to plant self-doubt into us, and plant negative talk into us, and plant even people in our lives that may bring negative energy out of you, or may just bring negative energy to you. Those people are even being used. It gets really complicated, but the point of that is, don't allow negativity to prevail and win and take control of your life. Because at the end of the day, although yes, this journey is not easy, it's not for the weak, and it is hard, you will prevail. You got to where you're at now, and I'm sure you didn't do that just sitting there. Sometimes you do have to take risks, and this could be a risk for you. But once you do it, from what I'm seeing, you will be so happy. You would probably even think to yourself, man, I should have did this sooner. But it's a journey. Don't rush it. Do not rush it. But definitely keep that in mind, that those negative thoughts are not your own. And don't let that stop you from reaching your blessings. Because there's love here. There definitely is love here. And then in this Ace of Cups, she's reaching for it. She almost has it. She's reaching for that cup of love. 8 of Wands. Okay. Yeah, so like deep down, you know that you would like, you know, some love in your life. For whoever this resonates with. You know you do. You could be a very passionate person. It could have been a while since you've been in a romantic relationship with someone, or even sexually. It could have been a while. You could have been celibate. You could have been doing like, I don't know, retention, something. You could have just been so focused on work that you didn't really have time for that. Or you could have been out there doing that. However, you're looking for love. Okay, well, I hope you get it. Okay. And then right here we have the King of Wands. Passion. Okay. What else do you need to know? I mean, I've pretty much said everything. I think, let me see if y'all have any advice. Cause my videos always be too long. I'm like, ooh, cause I could go on. But I should just make more videos. Okay. And thank you, God. Thank you to my angels. Thank you to my spirit guides. And thank you to my ancestors. And thank you to the beautiful energy coming from the universe. God, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. To God, to my angels, to my spirit guides, and to my ancestors. Any closing out messages for my collective, for the people watching this video? Oop, they do. Okay. I think I should just leave it there, yeah. Okay, so what Spirit is asking of you is to reflect, right? And acknowledge where you have been. Your life could have been tough. I mean, that is a strong possibility. Life isn't very nice to people, you know? Trust me, I definitely understand that. You could have went through a lot, whether it's financially, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, romantically. There's a point or parts of your life where you could have felt like a wounded warrior, or battered, or you felt like all you had to do was fight. And you could be at a point where you're tired of it. But what Spirit is asking of you is to reflect on that, but not to get stuck on that. To reflect only to take the lessons from it, and of course move forward to heal more, like to heal after it. Like, you know, reflect on it, be like, damn, I went through X, Y, and Z. And then you're gonna eventually be like, well, I learned X, Y, and Z from that. And then you know what not to do and how to move next time. It's like almost like the saying, forgive but don't forget. Don't harbor on it, but also don't forget where you came from, but also use that to propel you forward. This is gonna bring in some type of balance. Spirit is also asking you to bring in balance as well into your life before you go towards, of course, this love endeavor, and everything will make sense after. Once you gain balance, everything will be clear. Like, it will all make sense. All the puzzle pieces will come together. Just don't forget where you came from. Don't harbor on it. Move forward, but move forward with positive intentions. Move forward with wisdom. Move forward with lessons learned. Move forward with grace, because clarity and balance is coming towards you. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. God bless. Enjoy the rest of your day. Ciao.